So this week's video is going to be a little different. This week I'm going to do a cover of the song Snek Farm by Ray Wylie Hubbard. Now this might seem totally out of the blue to most of the viewers of this channel, but it's kind of important to me and I'm hoping people enjoy it. So, back in August of 2021, when I was in Antonito, Colorado with my friends from the Colorado Railroad Museum, with the Rio Grande Southern number 20, we spent like 3 weeks pretty much together in the same cabin, you know, working on the engine, running across the railroad, all this stuff. A great time with some of my best friends. And during the course of this trip, Snek Farm kind of just became just a total running joke. In the chorus, there's a bit like the last line of the chorus isn't like a normal vocal line. It's just, he just goes, ugh. And that just turned into an answer to anything that sounded remotely gross. You know, it was like, oh yeah, we gotta go get down in the pit underneath the locomotive. Ugh. And it was just the running joke of the trip. It was my buddy Norm who introduced the rest of us to this song. And today is Norm's birthday, January 22nd. So I figured, hey, as a happy birthday to a very good friend of mine, we'll cover this silly song, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Ugh.
Well, the woman I love is named Ramona. She kinda looks like Tempest Storm. She can dance like Little Egypt. She works down at the Snek Farm. Snek Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snek Farm pretty much is a snake farm. It's a reptile house. Snek Farm. Ramona's got a keen sense of humor. She's got a tattoo down her arm. It's a python eating a little mouse wearing a sailor hat that says Snek Farm. Snek Farm just sounds nasty. Snek Farm pretty much is a snake farm. It's a reptile house. Snek Farm. Ugh. Asked Ramona how come she works there. She said, well, it's got its charms. There's nothing to do in the winter, and then some kid gets bit at the Snek Farm. Snek Farm just sounds nasty. Snek Farm pretty much is a snake farm. It's a reptile house. Snek Farm. Ugh. Her malt liquor and a band from Wales, it's called The Alarm. She said she cried when they broke up. She still plays her records at the Snek Farm. Snek Farm just sounds nasty. Snek Farm pretty much is a snake farm. It's a reptile house. Snek Farm. Ugh. Sometimes Ramona calls me up and says, come on down here, it's getting warm. She runs everybody off and we, you know, at the Snek Farm. Snek Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snek Farm pretty much is a snake farm. It's a reptile house, a snake farm. Snek Farm, It just sounds nasty, Snek Farm. It pretty much is a Snek Farm. It's a reptile house, a Snek Farm. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Comrade Captain, happy birthday.